know how hard it is. If you make a nickel in a small business world today, I mean, you're a Superman, you're Superwoman. In this economy, to stay alive, to stay afloat, keep everybody going, run it all by yourself, be the first person there, last person to leave, you do all the investing, you do all the everything. Hope at the end of the year you have some money. Tough. I've been there. I understand. I'm a business owner. Oh my God. For the business owners, you know, I applaud you, and I'm also sorry.
Thank you.
Because it's tough, man. No, and who says, "Hey, attaboy, you got it, girl"? Nobody, right? Nobody. So anyway, so that's the second option if you're going to go out there and make something happen. Third option is high-level sales. Go out there and sell. In this economy, it's tough. A lot of people dove into mortgages. They dove into real estate. They dove into pharmaceuticals. They dove into this. They dove into that. Made some money for a minute. And the problem with salespeople is they make money for a minute. They have their best month and immediately adjust their lifestyle to that month.
Yeah.
Right? They buy the house and the car and the stuff, and they go crazy about that month.
Yes.
And then, when the next month doesn't turn into what it's supposed to turn into, now they've become a servant to the job instead of the master of the job. Okay, so enough doom and gloom, sorry. You can tell I'm biased. I'm very biased because I do believe we have a better way to be able to enjoy yourself and help other people and be connected and give everybody the same opportunity, all that, right? So, Agile Enterprises. This is a company that will allow you, that has all the infrastructure in place as a business. So you bring your passion, your leadership, your skill, and everything else. They've been around since 2005. Yeah? Have a big financial partner behind them, a group called Ash Capital. Ash Capital created WordPerfect, sold it to Novell a number of years back for over $1 billion. They have tons of money. But more than that, they have a commitment to help the company become one of those billion-dollar companies in our profession. And when I say our profession, I'm talking about the network marketing profession. That might scare some of you. Let me tell you what network marketing, if I was to look at opportunities in network marketing, I look at 4 different categories. And when I joined Agile in 2005, I looked at 4 categories. Category 1 were the old guys. Amway, Herbalife, New Skin, Melaleuca, all that stuff, right? Those companies have been around for forever. They do $1 billion. There's 11 different companies doing $1 billion a year. I chose not to join one of those companies because it's hard to get exponential growth when they're large billion-dollar, huge companies. It's easier to make big money when if you joined 3M 30 years ago than it is if you joined 3M today. That kind of thing. So I chose not to. They're fine companies, nothing wrong with them. Second are the money games. There's a lot of money games in the world. Something for nothing, you know, here today, gone tomorrow, that type of thing. For me, that's not an option. You know, you only have one reputation. You got to be with something that's going to be around. You got to, if you're going to lead people in a direction, it's got to have a solid future. Third are what I call low growth, slow growth companies. Some of these you might have, you know, little companies that never taken off. They're like a house that's been for sale for 5 years. It just doesn't attract a lot of attention. People aren't really interested. And then the fourth is an emerging company that has a chance at becoming one of the billion-dollar companies. And if you could position yourself with one of those, I mean, it's magical what can happen for you. So that's where we're at with Agile Enterprises. So anyway, company's been here for 5 years, well-funded. They are now in 50, how many?
56.
56. For real,
For
official.
real. Official.
And then like kind of pre-launching a few others, right? Yeah. So 56 different countries. Business owners, again, show of hands. How many of you have a business in more than one state? Nobody. You do.
Yeah.
But think about having a business in more than one country, and then think about doing that 56 different times in 5 years. 10 a year. I mean, it's just massive. Now, it might You might say, well, what does that mean to me? What it means to you is something pretty dramatic, and I'll explain it when we talk about what it is that we do. But if you know somebody in Miami who knows somebody in Brazil, who knows somebody in Portugal, who knows somebody in Spain, who knows somebody in Australia, who knows somebody in Moscow, who knows somebody in Amsterdam, who knows somebody in Thailand, you can build a business in all of those companies, or all of those countries, right here from Minneapolis. I have a business that's in every single one of those countries, 56 or 57, whatever it is, right here from Chanhassen. And I've recruited, sponsored 2 people outside of the United States. Yeah, that's it. Everything else happened from here. So it's amazing, right? The diversity of what can happen with a network of people. So, solid company, well-funded, lots of money, international growth. That platform is humongous. The product. When I took a look at him, I said, you know what? Tell me what makes you special. Because, you know, you've heard these pitches. How many times have you heard these pitches? You know, there's some magical product that is just, you know, going to cure everything. Grow hair back, you know. But, so when I went to meet with the home office, and I said, you know, look, tell me the magic berry story. You know, what's the story? There's some berry that's grown on one side of the mountain, on the other side of the earth. We bought the mountain. Nobody else can ever have this ingredient. It creates all this stuff. You know, it does all these amazing things, right? You've heard the pitch. I was like, okay, tell me the magic berry story. And they said, no, it's not that. All we did at Agile was, have you ever seen what Listerine did with those little strips, those little breath strips?
Yes.
They just changed the delivery system from liquid to a little strip.
Mm-hmm.
And they doubled global sales in 2 years. It was the most successful consumer product launch in history. They doubled global sales, 2 years, from 1999 to 2001. So what Agile did is they said, look, the nutritional supplement world is about an $80 billion a year world. People know that they're not getting the nutrients they need in their diet. They're taking pills, tablets.
Mm-hmm.
How many people would prefer not to swallow pills if you had a choice? About half, 50, 60% of the world would say, I prefer not to. So the company went, what if we came up with a different delivery system, just like Listerine did with the strips? They took the supplements, took the best ingredients, and they put it in a little single serving packet called suspension gel technology. They made it taste good, a little liquid form, and it really is good. And they took all these ingredients and they made it available to people around the world. What would happen then? So that was the beginning of what they did, and they created something that hasn't been done before. And for me, as a business person, here's why it's important. Number one, there's a need for this. I don't think, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if we got 10% market share of that $80 billion, if they knew that there was an option, that'd be $8 billion, assuming no growth, in just this specific category, right? So market was big. There was virtually no competition. This was started with a product that they used for triathlons and marathons. Any runners or people know anybody who do those things, they have a little product called goo, which is basically sugar and caffeine, right? All Agile did is took that same thing, made it taste way better,